Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. Before getting into the video, I just want to wish you all guys a very happy Valentine's Day, and since it's Valentine's Day today, I've decided to bring a romantic kind of video in the bookish genre. So I'm going to give my answers for the questions in the OTP book tag today. OTP in the book community stands for one true pair, and I'm sure that every reader out there has at least a single OTP that they love a lot. I have multiple OTPs from the various books that I've read, and some of the pairs just stand out to me always and they come to my mind frequently, so I've decided to give them as answers for all the questions in this tag. I'll drop all the 10 questions in the tag in the description below. Do let your answers in the comments, I'd like to know them. So without any further ado, let's just get into the questions right now. Question number 1. Pick an unpopular OTP that you ship. The answer for this one is simple for me, and I choose Daenerys and Daario Naharis from a Song of Ice and Fire or Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. The reason why I love them as a couple rather than any of the other pairings with Daenerys is mainly because it just seems like they have a really good spark going on between them, and nothing seems like it's related to anything else. It seems like so genuine and so pure than anything else for me, especially because Dany has had an abusive kind of relationship with Khal Drogo before this one, and the relationship after this one in the show. Okay, we have not got that still in the books, but in the show, I just despise the pairing of Jon Snow and Dany, because Dany is one of my most favorite characters and Jon Snow is one of my least favorite characters of all time, and pairing them together, it was such a nightmare for me throughout, and we all know how it ended. If you watch Game of Thrones, you obviously know what happened at the end, and I just regretted that pair, and that's one of the main reasons why I ship Dany and Daario a lot, because they just fit in together and the chemistry between them is really beautiful in many ways. Question number 2. Pick an OTP which you didn't ship first but do now. While writing down the answer for this one itself in the script, I was very much surprised of whom I selected, and I'm talking about Clary and Jace from the Mortal Instruments series. Okay, while I read this series for the first time, this ship was the one thing which I didn't care about at all. Okay, though all the things that happened in the series was surrounding these two people. One of the main reasons why I didn't like it the first time was because I just hated Jace the whole time, except for in the last 1 or 2 books. He was my least favorite character in the series, and while I reread the series, that is the second time, Clary was my least favorite of all, but I didn't hate them as much when I in the second time as I hated them in the first time, and I was able to understand why they were such a famous couple, because these two are not that great people when you see them as individuals, but when they are put together, that couple just works out well and they are really good in many ways, and I do think that that's one of the main reasons why many people just ship them a lot. And this is one famous OTP which I didn't like first, but I did end up liking when I reread the series for the second time. Question number 3. Your most hated NOTP, which is not one true pair, and it is Katniss and the person who she ends up with at the ending of the Hunger Games trilogy. Okay, if you didn't know, the first books in the Hunger Games trilogy are really great for me, but the last one, Mockingjay, just killed everything for me, and I don't want to read that ever. And if I could just unread one book from my life, it'll be Mockingjay, because it just killed everything for me towards the end. There are some books which make you cry, right? But I like crying out of happiness when I end up a series, but that ending was one which I just regret reading at all. I would have been very much happy to have just left the series in between and not finished it at all, rather than just finishing it with such a climax. There are many things which just upset me in the third book, but one thing which just upset me the most was that pairing which happened at last. And anyone who ships that couple, please don't even comment anything below, because I don't want to see them together ever again, and that's my most hated OTP of all time. Question number 4. Pick an OTP that took way too long to get together. The answer for this one is very simple for me, and this is like my most favorite of all the answers in this list, and I'm talking about my 2 favorite darlings. Okay, they are Simon and Isabel from the Mortal Instruments again. Okay, all the 3 main ships from this series are there as answers for some question or the other in this list, but I should say that this is my most favorite pairing of all time from all the books that I've read so far in my life, and I just think that they fit together very well. They don't even get together by the end of the series. That's the worst thing. Okay, it takes another book after the series in order for Simon and Isabel to get back together, because multiple things happen. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, and they are just perfect. Okay, Isabel is like a badass queen and he's like a sweetheart cupcake. Both of them put together, they are just the best. You cannot even think from the first book while reading it like they'll get together in some way or the other, but as the story progresses, the slow burn between Simon and Isabel, it's the best kind of romance that I love, and I just love reading this kind of romance rather than anything else in the world, and that's one of the main reasons I just love them a lot. Question number 5. Pick your favorite non-canon OTP. The answer is Alina and the Duckling from the Grisha trilogy or the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, I say this non-canon because I know that it's not at all appropriate in any way for them to be a couple, but it's just something between these two characters which is kind of like hate to love. They do like each other, but they despise them so much that they don't accept them living at all. It's just great. Okay, that chemistry between them, it's really, really good. It's not good in an objective way, but I'm just saying that in terms of an angst feel, the romance between, or the chemistry between the Darkling and Elena and this one is really, really, really awesome. From book 1 to book 3, it's really good in all the 3 books, but it is like over the top in book 2 only, that is Siege and Storm, which copy I don't have. That's why I'm holding this one, and I think that's my most favorite non-canon OTP. Question number 6. Pick your favorite BROTP. This just means that these two characters are really good bros in some way or the other. The answer for this one is very, very obvious for me. You can just see the missing books back there. I'm talking about Simon and Jace from the Mortal Instruments again. Okay, the reason why I prefer them as a BROTP rather than any other friendship is because this is the type of friendship which I love the most. Okay, it starts from enemies to friends. Okay, from hatred to friendship. That is one of my most favorite tropes because I think that it's very, very organic. It's very, very natural. I'm sure that all of us have at least one friend whom we didn't like at all as a person in the beginning, and after we get to know them, we became friends in some way or the other. It's not just specific to males alone. It's also common in females. I'm sure that everyone has at least one person in life whom we didn't like at all or we hated in the beginning, and then eventually we just became friends. That's the thing that happens between these two characters, and I'm sure that these two have the best friendship moments throughout the series. Not even Simon and Clary have such great friendship moments, but Jace and Simon do, and that's one of the main reasons why they are my favorite OTP. Question number 7. Pick an OTP you adored in the books but not as much in the movie or TV adaptation. The answer for this one is Harry and Ginny from the Harry Potter series. Okay, I just liked reading about Harry and Ginny together in the books because everyone knows that. Okay, the relationship between Harry and Ginny is not that much solidly shown in the movies as it was in the books. Okay, the build-up for that relationship is really properly shown in the books rather than in the movie in any way, if you ask me. And Ginny as a character itself is not that much given a focus in the movies, but she is given a lot more focus and she has a lot more stuff to do in the books rather than just be there in the atmosphere like in the movies. And I think that it was way too better in the books, and it was very cute and very adorable, as well as it just seemed perfect in the books but not as much in the movie, if you ask me. Question number 8. Pick an OTP. Pick a popular OTP which no matter what you cannot ship it, and the answer is very, very simple for me. It's again from the Hunger Games trilogy. Okay, those two characters, Katniss ending up with that character, it was the worst. Okay, many people ship it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just hate that, and yeah, I don't want to talk more about that. Question number 9. Pick your favorite LGBT plus OTP. You can see the books missing back there. It's again from the Mortal Instruments, and I'm sure that it's very, very obvious because this LGBTQ pair is the favorite for most people around the internet and around the world. And I'm obviously talking about Magnus and Alec from the Mortal Instruments again. Okay, they are not just from the Mortal Instruments, from also the other sequel series and the short story collections in between. They are just the best couple. Okay, it seems like this is the only LGBTQ romance that I've read. Okay, I'm not saying that there are not many books like that out there. I'm just saying that the substance that was given to this romance in that series, it was so organic, and it just felt so real in many ways. Okay, the growth that was shown for their relationship from City of Moons until Tales from the Shadowhunters Academy, which I've read the series right now, it was really awesome in many ways, if you ask me, and it was just so much fun reading them together. Obviously, they are so different characters from one another. He's really open. He's so honest in many ways. A total opposite, honest, but not that open in many ways. He's so much closeted, so much reserved, and how to say, kind of a laid back character compared to Magnus, but their pairing is just the best, and I can say that this is the best LGBTQ couple that I've read so far, and it's also my most favorite. Question number 10. Pick your all-time favorite OTP or OTPs. I'm very grateful for the option of having OTPs rather than just one. Just as I said in the beginning of the video itself, I have a lot of favorite OTPs. Some of them are Simon and Isabel is the first because it's a couple which I love a lot. Okay, I love them as individuals as well as them put together. And after them, I can say Harry and Ginny and Hermione and Ron, they are just perfect in many ways. I didn't choose them as answers for any of these questions because it didn't bode that much well with them. If they asked for a good couple or a good growth or an relationship arc, something like that, I would have chosen Ron and Hermione for sure, because there's a lot of substance there also, just like in Magnus and Alec. Magnus and Alec are also one of my all-time favorites. Apart from these, Jem and Tessa. Okay, Jem and Tessa and Will together is an OT3, but if you ask me, Jem is more perfect for Tessa rather than Will. So yeah, Jem and Tessa from the Infernal Devices. And if not for books, I'll choose Barry and Alan from The Flash. Apart from them, Kaz and Inej from Six of Crows, they are just the best, okay? I can hands down say that Kaz and Inej have the best relationship in that duology, okay? It cannot be considered as an OTP or a ship, mainly because it's most of will they won't they kind of situation there. And also Simon and Bram from Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. Apart from this, there are many books that I'm just not getting that much into my mind right now, but I have a lot of favorite OTPs, and I think they are all-time favorite OTPs for me as of now. And yeah, that's my answer for this question. Okay guys, that's all for today, and if you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel because I publish new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.